to Road to Top 100 Season 10, Episode 2, Part 2. A mouthful, but it's gonna be Part 2 of Episode 2. So we're gonna be continuing ahead. Right now we're 18-3. Win rate not looking that great to start out that early. But yeah, we're at 626.29, and let's see if we actually show the leaderboard again. Okay, we don't, but around 750 is where we needed to be. Yeah, looking at this team, we see Skarmory with all offensive Pokemon. So at this point, I assumed, okay, this is gonna be lead Skarm, lead Suicide Skarm. He's gonna lead up with it, and I have to play around that one. He does have the Starmie, so he can also remove my hazards. So this is gonna be a tough matchup. I lead up with the Weezing in this one. My opponent be named Adil. AFC Adil, yo. Sometimes maybe he might be a fan. I'm kidding. I'm just flamethrowing in case he taunts. And yeah, it's gonna be a 2-hit KO, meaning that he only gets up spikes or Stealth Rock. Not the biggest deal. But I get my flamethrower off. And yeah, judging from the damage, that's an offensive Skarm. So I just flamethrower again. And he's gonna get up. He chooses to get up rocks. Which is cool. I could have let Ditto as well to taunt him, but if he is the mental herb item, I get completely screwed turn 1, being locked into taunt. So I just went for this route. I have Weezing in now. He can go Starmie or Garchomp, and he opted to go into Garchomp, which is definitely scary. But I need Weezing to deal with the Conkeldurr. So at this point, I guess I went into Gliscor as he doubles into the Serp. Interesting play. And yeah, this meant that I had to lose a Pokemon. But on the other hand though, he does give me free setup on my if I damage that guy, he does give me free setup on my Ditto. My Superior is gonna get 2-hit KO with rocks up. He can still miss though. But yeah, Mienshao might still be nice versus the Superior as well. And I might need it to keep Ferrothorn against the Starmie. Weezing still needs to be there. And yeah, Weavile in return kills Superior, Hydreigon, and Starmie. So at this point I felt like, okay, I'm either staying in and click Facade, damage this, or I go Ditto straight away. But if I go Ditto now, I don't get the boost from if he clicks Leaf Storm. So I think my play here will be to click Facade, get some chip on him, so that I can actually 2-hit KO him with my Leaf Storm. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do make the play into Mienshao though. Okay. Maybe he misses. Maybe that was my thought process there. Let's see. And he crits me. That was actually horrible. Because I felt like actually I think I would live to Leaf Storms. I gotta think about it from full HP. But because of that crit, I'm gonna die now. And like I said though, I kind of want to keep Mienshao for the Hydreigon so I can U-turn on him. So I opted to go into Ditto here. I guess I went for the Glare player. So I can take a Leaf Storm because the crit yeah, stopped my plan. But he went for Substitute, meaning that I still can Leaf Storm here. And I still get the +4 boost. And if I trade Ditto for Superior, I think that's fine. And he does go for Hidden Power Fire, which I should live. We are max HP on the Ditto. We live as well, and now I get a +4 Leaf Storm off on him because we got the boot. We copied the boost earlier. So I Leaf Storm here, and I crit him back, and he died. I mean, he crit my Mienshao, so it's only fair, right? But even still, I would have been able to Pursuit Trap him and still remove him, and don't have to switch into the guy. Here, I was 100% sure he would Mach Punch me, but I would die to rocks anyway. But I wanted to keep this as a sec later on into the Garchomp. So I decided to go Weezing, as my opponent did go for the Mach Punch. because he knows I'm gonna die to rocks as well. And might go for Toxic Spikes here actually. Even though he has Storm, I can block the Rapid Spin with my Ditto by letting it die and then trap him with my Weavile. So I think I opted to go for that play. He goes for Ice Punch here. I only need this Wheezing for this guy, and I'm really happy that he decided to keep attacking me. I might already got my Toxic Spike, so there's no point in clicking Toxic. Why did I click Toxic? Okay, I guess at that point, because before, I thought he might go into Hydreigon. Actually, that's the only thing I can justify it. But yeah, they fixed the bug that Levitate doesn't prevent the Toxic Spikes anymore. But he did go in. I was better off just clicking Flamethrower there, because I didn't need Badly Poison. Regular Poison was better. And here, I can just seg the Ditto. Because he cannot Rapid Spin on me by making this play. And he still takes the poison damage, and it's good to see that he... Well, it's not good to see, but if he was Life Orb, it would have been better. But yeah, he does decide to Rapid Spin. I block the spin, and now I can bring in Weavile. I think I just Night Slash here, though, because he might expect Pursuit. And the Conkeldurr was low anyway from my Wheezing. So I think I just Night Slash here. Because I'm not choice locked with this Weavile. So if he goes Hydreigon, I did go for Pursuit. I guess I just wanted to eliminate this then. As he does Rapid Spin. Huh. I should have just Night Slashed. But yeah, on the other hand, I guess I just wanted to get rid of this guy. I felt like Night Slash was a better play than Pursuit. Because on the other hand though, I still have Weavile in the bag, and I can just click Stalbrook or Spikes here. Oh, he actually died. Yeah, I felt like I should have clicked Night Slash on the... Because I can always still bring in Ferrothorn against this. And do we go back into Wheezing? I figured he would double there. But him switching into Icicle Spear isn't likely either. My Ditto is gone though. Yeah, I would have been way smoother. Because I would have kept I would have kept the Toxic Spikes up unless he went... Conkeldurr would live though, but he still gets Burn Chip, and I might still hit him with Night Slash. And it's all damage he won't be recovering, so kinda bad on my part that I didn't Night Slash there. Even when I'm calling it out right now. Okay, that Dragon Claw didn't do a lot, so he might have been Choice Scarfed, especially because he spams the move here. Kinda bad that I'm not showing the battle tab. But yeah, you can still get to see most of it. I just Facade there in case he goes Hydreigon, because I wanted to see if he had leftovers. Didn't want to be dealing with a random Scarp Hydreigon, because this can still be leftovers Garchomp. And if he stayed in, I still wanted to chip him too. And we got some nice damage off on this guy. And this is where I bring in Mienshao. And I think I can just go freely for the close combat on this turn. As he goes for Taunt, which is amazing. Because now we just click close combat and basically claim a kill or a lot of damage on Garchomp. I guess I didn't click nicely because I didn't have Ice Shard on Weavile. But yeah, we still get the result there because at this point there's no way he can win. Garchomp comes in. I'm just gonna stay in here. Right, we just stay in. As he goes for Dragon Claw. And yeah, there still might be a possibility that he's Choice Scarfed. I'm not gonna go into Weavile. I'm going into Ferrothorn because he's useless against the Conkeldurr anyway. So if he's choice locked, it's gonna be nice, and I can just get up a spike here as he earthquakes. So he did change moves, meaning that he isn't choice scarf. So next time I can just icicle spear with Weavile, and I'm just power whipping here. Just get some chip as he anticipates my Gliscor coming in, so I get some nice chip on him here. And power whip doing its work. I might be able to get off another power whip as he earthquakes. Let's see if we live. We do live. We do connect our power whip, and now he's gonna die to spikes if he switches out. So pretty amazing. And I can just go into Gliscor. And just clicking Earthquake should be fine. I can even set up on this guy, but in case it's his Home Claw. Oh, I did Roost. We did Roost. I figured I can just knock him out and then kill him with Gliscor. Because what I can obviously set up on him too. If I'm full HP, he needs 2 crits in a row to knock me out, perhaps. That might actually not be enough. I guess me roosting up to full HP. Yeah, I don't think I died to 2 crits in a row with Poison Nail. Yeah, doesn't change anything. Even if I just click Earthquake, it would be fine. I guess I just wanted to. I was just messing around here a bit, just having a bit of fun, going. But on the other hand, I don't die to 2 crits in a row. I'm pretty sure, because that would basically do the same as a Choice Banded Dragon Claw, which I can also live 2 of. So I just go for enough Swords Dance so I can knock out the Conkeldurr. I'm gonna skip ahead because basically a bit of the same. Yeah, Conkeldurr faints from me as well, so I don't have to attempt it with that guy. But we win that game. Enter the queue. Do I show rating here? I was just grinding at the early stage, so I might not have been looking at the rating. I guess I wasn't. This battle, I don't want to go too in depth about it, but it was a bit strange. He was running some crazy sets, especially that Tentacruel set. Because I used my Ditto on this, and it was just it was rapid spin with some substitute and some crazy move that boosts stats. And he was using Muddy Water. Yeah, I keep like such a crazy move, and it just took a while to kill this. But once I killed the Tentacruel, it became pretty easy game. So I'm not gonna go too in depth about this guy here. Let's see. Here we have a pretty interesting game. I'm playing against the Sun team. And if you look at my team does not switch into Darmanitan. It's one of the kryptonites of this team, like a strong physical wall breaker like Darmanitan or Staraptor. Kabutops is scary too. Those kind of Pokemon, you gotta play really well. So I think here I decide to lead off with Gliscor in this game. Okay. Because if I lead Gliscor, I don't lose a Pokemon to a Darmanitan lead. Because Darmanitan is usually Choice Scarfed, and he can U-turn around against my team. But my opponent decides to lead Torkoal, which is fine. I might just SD in his face, but I might be wrong too. Because they usually don't carry Will-O-Wisp. If it does, I still get a strong facade against him. But if he clicks Stealth Rock, I'll be in a good position with his Gliscor doing damage. But my opponent decided to go straight into the Venusaur. I'll let you know. Like, it was kind of insane that he went straight into this one. I am at +2. But I don't want this Pokemon too low, so I'm not sure how I handle this. Do I stay in here? Earthquake? Okay. Because we are quite speed def, so that's true. Let's see. Let's see. Because I could have gone Mienshao too, and then U-turn. But yeah, at this point I was at +2. I can threaten this Venusaur. Garlic Turtle. What a name. garlic turtle. Yes, it was still the early stages of me playing this team as well. Yeah, his Giga Drain is not a 2-hit KO, so I get a strong Earthquake off there. Check out how much damage I do there. And I think I just kept roosting here, because doesn't want to lose this. But he just Gigas. But I do out heal his damage. I do out heal his damage, but I don't. Maybe I wanted to try to catch him at using growth. But I felt I could have also gone into Mienshao, which might have been a better play. I actually do it now. Because even if he clicks growth, I'll be fine. Even if he swaps, I'll be fine. And the sun is up, but he decided to go into the Rotom. So had I roosted once again, that would have been cool, but yeah. I have Mienshao in, which is not a big deal either for me. I U-turn here, just in case this is like a trick Rotom. And I think I just go back into Cloud Square because the sun is still up. So Hydro Pump will do less damage to me. And yeah, things were looking pretty okay here. And I think I just SD in his face here. The sun will be ending soon too. The only crazy play is if he goes straight into Darmir. But he decided to stay in. And he did go for Hydro. But the sun is up, I'm Spadef, I have Russo, I have Toxic Orb. So it doesn't do much damage, like anticipated. And I have to saw 2 times here to knock this out. Doing quite some damage. But I figured the sun would still be up here. But on the other hand though, if he has Spain Split, I'd rather just knock him out there. Because then I still get recovery, so I don't know if I roost there, but knocking it out here, yeah. Because we don't know if he has Spain Split on this, so just knocking out the Rotom, it's pretty cool. Allows us to click Earthquake for free now on his team, because he has no immunity anymore. But I figured Darmanitan might come in here. He decided to go Garchomp. I think I threw here by staying in. Because there must have been a reason that he stays in. And he went for Dragon Claw, but I lived Choice Banded Dragon Claw. But I think it was a throw staying in there. But I get off my roost and we figured this Garchomp is Choice Banded. Because that did way too much damage to me. That did way too much damage, and I'm not sure, do I roost again? I might as well, right? Or am I afraid of dying to a crit? What is your thought process, Dino? What is your thought process? Yeah, we roost again. Torkoal comes in, and this is where I get a free Earthquake, I think. You might even sack the Venusaur. Because I am at +2 here, so I'm not sure. I think it's better for me to just straight up Earthquake and not let him switch. Because I don't kill him, so he would have been able to get up Stealth Rock anyway. And he decided to go for Lava Plume. It's the same thing, because I Earthquake here. I still have this around a decent amount of HP too. So that's nice, and yeah, now I figured Darmanitan is gonna come in. And I knew the moment Darmanitan comes in, I lose a Pokemon. So I was mentally ready to let my Ferrothorn die to his Darmanitan when I saw his team. So I just brought it in. He went for Flare Blitz. And I think I tried to go for a Speed Tire with my Ditto, but he's obviously Scarfed. And I think, see, because he loses only less than half his HP. But I wanted to keep Wheezing for the Scizor. That's why I went into Ditto now. And here it's basically a Speed Tie. If I win the Speed Tie, I win the game. But he won the Speed Tie, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it obviously happened. And yeah, I guess I could have gone Wheezing, lived the hit, knock him out. Because I would have lived the hit. But yeah, now I still needed to I decided to go into Weavile here. And then go me and Xiao sack him just to make him click Flare Blitz on me. Because I didn't want him to keep this mon. So Darmanitan basically took out 3 of my mons. And this is what I meant. I am weak to this mon. But that should be enough for him to die. And I figured I can win with Gliscor. I can win with Gliscor. That's what that's what my thought process was there. And he went into the Scizor. And I think I just go straight into Wheezing. That's the only thing I have Wheezing for. But I Earthquake there, okay? As he Swords Danced. I should have gone straight into Wheezing. Because if he was Choice Bandit, then I can always deal with him. But if he's Swords Dance, I need Wheezing in the moment he clicks Swords Dance. Because if he's shit like Acrobatics and stuff, I just lose, yeah. So that's basically how this game went down. So I threw there by not going straight into Wheezing. The only good thing though is that the Scizor is not Life Orbed. So in that sense, he cannot knock out my Gliscor, but he's still at +2. So that Bullet Punch is gonna put me in range, most likely, of his Pokemon. Of his Choice Bandit Garchomp. But he actually swaps out, which was a Mega Throw. That was a Mega Throw. That was a huge throw. So all I basically needed was this Garchomp not to crit me. I went for Roost first to see what he was going to do. And he went for Dragon Claw, and I was like, okay. All that needs to happen is him not critting me. So I Swords Dance. I Swords Dance, and yeah, you guys know what happens. Not on this one. So okay, here's fine. Okay, I just Roost to Fill. And as long as he doesn't crit me, I win. But you guys know my story of my life. He crits me. Yeah, that shit happens, and he's gonna sack off the Garchomp here. And then Scizor can just click Bullet Punch on me. So yeah, we lost. We lost because he had to crit us at that point. But yeah, obviously if we won the speed tie against Darmanitan, I wouldn't have to lose me and Xiao. But my opponent made a huge throw there by switching out the Scizor. He should have just Bullet Punched me, and that puts. Well, actually, he would have lost. No, actually, he would have lost to Weavile. That was okay. That was actually a good play on his part, switching out there, because if Scizor dies, he would lose to Weavile. So I could have really aggressively Swords Dance there, but on the other hand, if I Swords Dance, Venusaur gets an attack off on me. So yeah, it still came down to him critting my Pokemon, and which he did. I guess I'm not looking at my rating, which is fine. Let's see what the next game is. So next game against Weavile Stall. You gotta love it. I think this might be looking at the team. This might have been a decent opponent. So we'll watch the whole game as well. But yeah, my opponent. It's most likely Unaware Clefable, like defensive Wheezing, can be Swords Dance Gliscor. Spadef and Polion makes sense against rain teams. And then it might be a defensive Garchomp with Stealth Rock if that's Swords Dance Gliscor. Maybe it's Defog on Empoleon. But maybe it's offensive Garchomp, and it's probably Bandit Weavile on those kind of teams. So my opponent leads up with the Empoleon, and I think I lead up with Xiao. Yeah. I wasn't looking at what I was leading on, but Xiao makes sense, and I think I just go for knockoff straight away. And he went Wheezing. It would have been cool if we went Gliscor, but we knock off his most likely Rocky Helmet. Yeah, and that means Armiasha gets to U-turn for free on his team. So we U-turn out here. I'm obviously not going directly into my Gliscor here. Looking at his team, Weezing doesn't really need to wall much. It just needs to remove Toxic Spikes, and it can be cool versus the Weavile. So I think I'm going Weezing first, and then it's gonna be a Weezing versus Weezing, and whoever switches first, basically, that kind of story. But I need to activate the orb on my Gliscor first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I go Weezing here. And worst case scenario, I just need to 1v1 his Weezing with my Weezing. But he will most likely have Will-O-Wisp, and that's the difference. Mine doesn't. But I'm just gonna mirror him with the Toxic Spikes, because both of us can remove this thing. He goes Empoleon. And again, I cannot really go into my... I need to find an opportunity to remove the thing with Gliscor, but I can't really bring in the Ferrothorn on this. As he goes for knockoff, which is annoying because that removes my leftovers, especially if he burns me. But on the other hand, I am in a position where I can force him to defog with all my hazards. Weezing ends up coming in, so he's gonna remove my Toxic Spikes, but I get up rocks in return, which I want to damage the Gliscor as well, of course. And we go back into Weezing. He goes back into Empoleon. And did the Empoleon not have leftovers? Did I miss that? I know at the point I was playing, but I don't remember all these battles. He didn't, so it's probably Shed Shell or maybe one of the berries that produce super effective moves. Anyway, I go straight into Shower on the defog. And I might U-turn here to try to activate the orb. Yeah. As he goes Weezing, because there's no way he's risking his defogger against the close combat of mine, and then me stacking up hazards. So this is the moment I can bring in the Gliscor, activate my orb, and now I can also switch in my Gliscor versus the Weezing, which can be helpful at that point. I figured Clefable would be unaware, so Swords Dance doesn't do too much, but it still forces him to switch into Clefable. As he Pain Splits first, which is fine. This is where I should be able to knock him out. I went for Facade because I expected him to switch out, but he was willing to die here, which is interesting. Maybe he would live though. I guess he could live with +2 still, but he wasn't at full HP. And I Earthquaked here. Because if he stays in, it would be bad for me, and if he switches out, I get my HP anyway. And now we get to find out if Clefable is unaware. And yeah, from that damage, well, that might actually not be unaware, or it's Spadef. Maybe it's Spadef unaware, which would make sense. I went for Facade here. He was protecting. I'm still getting recovery. That's fine. And we got Chip on Weezing too, so that would make sense. I went into Ditto here to see his full moveset. And he went for a Wish, so it was Wish Protect. Did I not look at his moveset? Oh, I was seeing if I could see more. But I wasn't able to see, so I was looking at his moveset: Toxic, Seismic Toes, Wish, Protect. So that was his moveset, meaning that he doesn't touch my Gliscor with an Ice Beam or something. What do I do here? Do I Wish as well? Because that gives me a free switch. As he goes Gliscor. Yeah, and because of this Wish, I can switch directly into Weavile. Or do I go Mia Shell first? No. Gives me a free switch into Weavile. As he goes for Swords Dance, and now I have Weavile in, so doesn't do much for him. My moveset is still this. Because I figured he would go Empoleon, but I didn't want to reveal Brick Break yet. Like I was thinking, should I Brick Break here? But he's at +2. I don't know if he wants to stay in, and he goes Empoleon now. I don't want to Brick Break here because it's most likely roosting anyway. I might just go into Mienshao again. Or go Ferrothorn and get up rocks. I figure he would try to Scald Burn me though with this. But with Leech Seed I can easily force him out, so my rocks will most likely stay until he switches out. And if... because he's definitely gonna fish for that burn. But my Ferrothorn doesn't do much aside from... he does burn me straight away. But a Ferrothorn doesn't do much aside from getting up rocks. And if I have him Leech Seeded, he doesn't have leftovers. He will eventually be forced to switch. Because I Leech Seed him and then he needs to switch out. And then I switch into something that doesn't allow him to defog, basically. Because I can easily spam rocks there. But I wanted to keep rocks as well because the Weavile can be scary to me too. Where did I go? I guess I prioritize getting rid of Empoleon now. Because every time my Weavile comes in, he needs to bring in the Empoleon. And Spikes does more damage. So I guess that's my thought process by not going for rocks. Do I go for rocks here? In the face of him? He brought this in for a reason, so I assume this might be his Stealth Rocker. And he could be running Flamethrower. Because he must be bringing in the Garchomp on my Ferrothorn for a reason. So I think I would live still, Flamethrower. But there should be no reason for me to test it out, basically, right now. I go Gliscor. As he goes for rocks himself. And he will eventually defog them away. But I think hazards are better for me than they are for him. Because my Gliscor doesn't mind too much. I go for Earthquake here in case he wants to go into the Clefable. And now we can find out if he's unaware. And yeah, I basically do about the same damage to him. So I figured this is unaware Clefable. And he needs to click Protect there. So what I do is I go straight into the Mienshao. And if he protects here, awesome. If he clicks Wish. He actually went for Seismic Toes. Which is one crazy play. I guess I'm not sure why, but now I just close combat because I assume he protects and then I can go for the U-turn. Actually, no. We just keep close combating here because now he cannot come in on Gliscor anymore. Yeah, we just even if he switches, because he comes back in on Spikes and then he gets to it KO'd. Exactly. Because everything is coming together now. I get my close combat up on him, assuming he needs to click Pain Split soon. There's no Rocky Helmet on him. I might even go for Rock Slide here and use this to 1v1 him, but that might be a bit far-fetched. Maybe I just U-turn into Gliscor. Let's see what my brain was thinking at the moment. Because if I trade here 1-for-1, that can be cool too, especially with Spikes up. Yeah, because if we trade 1-for-1 here, I don't think it's too bad. So we flinch him here. We get one more flinch, then we might do it KO him. He gets the Pain Split up, but it's still fine. Like, I keep this guy low, I Rock Slide again, and I am pretty sure I don't die to Flamethrower or Sludge Bomb from here, even with the minus defense. He does get the Flamethrower off, and yeah, I just Rock Slide again. I think close combating is actually better in case I miss. But he swapped, went into the Gliscor. And do I Sec Mienshao here? Let's see, because he revealed Sword Sense to me earlier. There should be no way he's clicking Sword Stance though. Do I go Ferrothorn? Because that Weezing comes back in on spikes unless Polian goes for the defog. Still, most of my Pokemon will be able to kill this. Kill his Weezing. So I guess I just decide to sack this, and he Sword Dance in my face. Big mistake. Big mistake. On my U-turn, and I think I just go into Weavile. And this is the position. This is why I wanted spikes up. Because I go Weavile now. And I just have to make this call right. Do I have Brick Break on Empoleon coming in? Because Gliscor is his wing condition as well if my Weavile falls. So, yeah, I figured I click Brick Break, and then the most funniest thing happened. Just watch, he went for Protect, and now, because I didn't Brick Break him last time, he might think I'm choiced. So now he's staying in, I click Icicle Spear. He feels safe right with the Sword Dance up. Now he feels like, okay, I got value from this. And yeah, you guys know he's gonna stay in. And he's gonna die, and then he's gonna forfeit. So he died. And with Gliscor gone, I was pretty comfortable winning this game. And he went into the weak pile. What a name. Do I just keep this Mon? I might just keep him right. I can still use him. I sack my Ferrothorn most likely. As he goes for Night Slash. What did he Night Slash for? I guess he was just tilted there. And he forfeits. Like, there was no point Night Slash. I guess he wanted to crit me or something. 3 Icicle Spears do more damage though than Night Slash on its own. I guess I'm not revealing the rating here. Or do I? Let's see. Do we reveal the rating? Do we reveal the rating, Adinho? I know I did it later on, but I guess in the beginning I didn't really care. I just needed to rack up the wins. I guess that's the only reason. But yeah, we won most of the games, so I'm going to end it off here for this part. There's still 1 hour footage on this, so it's gonna be like 2 more parts maybe, depending on how good the battles are. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. So it's always difficult doing this afterwards. I find it more difficult as well because I have to think about what I was thinking at the moment, or what I could be thinking right there. Because if you're doing it like this, I might be missing certain details as well, why I made certain choices. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, join our Discord server as well, and like always guys, the PokeBase is going to be on Patreon with a full team building video on this team. Check it out and stay tuned for part 3 of episode 2.